Hey guys, Dr. Jim Stepani here, and I just want to take a minute to cover a question that I get a lot regarding post-gym, specifically in relation to the active matrix packet and the dextrose packet. So those of you who are familiar with my post-workout product know that I separated the active matrix ingredients, which include the creatine, the branched chain amino acids, the beta-alanine, the betaine, the glutamine, the carnitine, all into this packet here. And then I've got my fast digesting carbs, 30 grams, from dextrose in a separate packet. Now that means you have the ability to decide how many carbs you want, whether you want no carbs, whether you want to get your carbs from pixie sticks and gummy bears, like I recommend for another fast digesting carb, which, let's face it, if you're on a strict diet and the only time you are getting carbs is post-workout, I probably wouldn't recommend drinking your carbs this way. Enjoy your carbs. You might as well eat gummy bears or white bread or white potatoes, whatever you want when you're dieting, versus just drinking it and then it's gone. You don't even get to really enjoy it. Although obviously the taste, whether you have the matrix alone or the dextrose combined, is absolutely phenomenal with post-gym. But now the question I get is regards to dieting. Like I said, I separated them so that you can manipulate your carb intake. However, the biggest question I get from people is, I'm trying to lose body fat, so should I just cut out the dextrose? Well, probably not. You know, the reason I did this wasn't because if you're dieting, you should cut out dextrose or any carbs post-workout. Look, the fact is that post-workout carbs are the most critical time throughout the day that you should be getting a source of carbs. Read my article, To Carb or Not to Carb, to explain why you need carbs post-workout. I've posted that numerous times. Just hit me on Twitter or Facebook and I'll repost it for you if you can't find it. Let's not take time debating the fact. Read that article. It's very specific. Shows you why you want to get carbs post-workout. But if you're dieting, do you want to cut your carbs? Well, the first question I ask you, if you ask me that question, is, are you eating carbs anywhere in your diets? Do you wake up and have oatmeal for breakfast? Do you have a piece of fruit? Do you have carbs anywhere else? A sweet potato, whatever it is. If you answer yes, then you definitely want to use the post-workout dextrose with your post-gym or some other form of carbs post-workout. You do not want to cut out your post-workout carbs and you need them for recovery while you're eating carbs elsewhere in your day. That's stupid. If anything, if you're currently not eating post-workout carbs, you need to, and you're eating carbs at breakfast or at lunch or at dinner, add the carbs to your post-workout and cut one of those meals out, the breakfast or the dinner. It's going to do you a lot better as your recovery agent to have your carbs post-workout. That's the one time of day when those carbs will definitely not be stored as body fat. Those will go to replenish your muscle glycogen that you burn through during the workout. They're going to help drive other nutrients in that post-workout matrix into your muscles. Take it post-workout. If you're eating carbs any other time of day, like I said, cut out the breakfast carbs or cut out one of those other meals. Now, the reason I did add the dextrose separately is because there are certain phases of my diets, depending on how long you're dieting for, where you're going to cut out post-workout carbs because you've already slashed all your other carbs. I'm a big believer in keeping protein high and fats moderate, specifically for men to keep their testosterone levels up. So to reduce calories as you diet, you want those calories to come from your carbs. It's a non-essential source. It's the only non-essential source macronutrient. You have essential amino acids, you have essential fats. Fats, proteins you need. There are no essential carbohydrates. None. Your liver will make plenty. Kidneys as well will generate plenty of carbs for you in your diet. So that's where you want to cut your carbs, but slowly over time. You don't want to just start dieting and jump on a keto diet, just slash all your carbs, go from eating 300 grams of carbs a day to 25 grams just from your vegetables. No, that's stupid, because then when you hit a plateau, but I'm not going to go on there, but I just want to say that, yes, you only cut out the carbs, your post-workout carbs, from the post-gym if you've been dieting and dieting, slowly lowering your carbs, and now all your carbs have been removed from everywhere else, and now the last place for you to remove calories comes from your post-workout carbs. That's when you remove the dextrose packet. Or like I said, you can just remove this if you prefer to eat gummy bears or pixie sticks. So I hope that helps those of you who have the question, I'm trying to lose body fat, should I cut out the dextrose in my post-gym? There you go. Let me quickly summarize. Are you eating carbs anywhere else in your diet? If the answer is yes, don't cut out the carbs from the post-gym or your post-workout, whatever. They'll have those carbs post-workout, whatever they are, whether it's the dextrose in the post-gym or some other carb source. Have those post-workout. Cut out your carbs at a different meal when they're less critical. Hope that serves you well. If you have any more questions, get me on Twitter, get me on Facebook, and don't forget, most of these questions I've already answered at jimstepani.com.